North Sentinel Island, home of the Sentinelese. Home of the last known isolated tribe, the Sentinelese. In a world of rapid urbanization, we often assume there are no tribes left isolated without external contact on Earth. But the Sentinelese people who inhabit the tiny island of North Sentinel that is part of the Andaman group of islands in the Bay of Bengal are living proof to the contrary. This violent response is part of a pattern of violence that has marked most attempts at contact by outsiders with this tribe over the centuries. Believed to number anywhere from 50 to 400, the Sentinelese have lived in isolation on the island for 60,000 years. Resisting attempts by authorities and anthropologists to study their culture and integrate them into the modern world. And when someone wanders to their island, like it happened for two fishermen on January 26, 2006, they relentlessly murder them. So protective are the Sentinelese of their territory that an Indian Coast Guard helicopter that attempted to retrieve the fishermen's bodies, they had been tossed into shallow beach graves after their killing, was greeted by a volley of arrows from the tribesmen that prevented the craft from landing. While the current policy tries to preserve their culture, it was not always like that, and other tribes from the Andaman Islands faced extinction. The great Andamanese tribes, who numbered several thousand in the 18th century, were decimated by the crown colonialists, and currently less than 100 of them live. Inhabitants of nearby islands were greatly affected by the tsunami, but after several aerial reconnaissance missions conducted, it is a fair assumption that there is no damage to the Sentinelese. As of now, the Sentinelese will be left to the isolation they had so vigorously defended over many centuries.